What's up, everybody? Welcome to the revival. My name is JJ, and we made it. Part 4 of my PS2 collection. Alright, so, start us off, we've got Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. I have not finished this game, I've definitely played it. This was when I believe this is, this has voice acting in it, and something tipped me off to where, either it has voice acting or the way they typed it out, but something tipped me off to Kate Sith having a Scottish accent, which was completely unexpected. It's totally fine, and like now I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. But like it was like, huh? Oh, I didn't expect that. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's funny enough. That's like the biggest takeaway I got from this game. Super linear. You're just running through as Vincent running through. I'm not a Vincent crazy person. Like a lot of people are. They think he's like the coolest character ever. I think he's cool. Don't get me wrong. He's all right. But I'm not like as obsessed as some people are with him. But I love Final Fantasy VII. So obviously, if somebody tells me they got more, I'm gonna go for it. So I'll go back to it at some point, just not anytime soon, I don't think. All right, next. A couple more Final Fantasy games. We've got 10 and 10-2. The remaster, obviously, is out nowadays, and very, very well done. When I first played this, I was not a huge fan. And I don't know why, to be honest with you. I just wasn't... I think I did a whole video on this a while ago. I played it again recently, the remaster, so I could get the Platinum on PS4. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved doing everything, too. Like, just going through the game and getting all the side quests done, getting all the extra items and everything. I had an absolute blast with it. It was great. So I'm not sure why I had such a, not negative opinion of it, but it was definitely a lot lower on my list. If you go listen to the final episode of the Frozen North, it's pretty low on my list for you know, compared to some of the other games. And I would definitely put it up higher at this point because I enjoy the hell out of it now. So yeah, Final Fantasy X. And 10-2, I don't hate as much as people say. I think the story's goofy, yes. The characters are goofy, 100%, I agree. But the gameplay, I think, is solid. You've got the job system, which I've been wanting back in the mainline series for a long time. And it's done so well in that game. Combined with, you know, turn-based and that kind of stuff. I enjoyed my time with this game. I have not played it on the remaster, so I don't know how well it holds up. And I don't know that I'm in a rush to play it either. I didn't love it, but I definitely didn't hate it. You know, I liked it. Next, Final Fantasy XII. Of course, had to get the Steelbook because it's absolutely gorgeous. And I liked this game when it came out. This complete opposite of this. I remembered liking this a lot and not liking this as much. And then when I replayed both of them recently, it switched. I honestly don't know. I can't put my finger on it. This one just seemed rushed. I didn't get as attached to the characters. It seemed like they focused more on the gameplay than the story, which isn't a bad thing, not at all, but I feel like the older games focus more on the story, so for me it was a little bit of a switch from what I was used to in regards to Final Fantasy itself. It's still a fantastic game, don't get me wrong, it's really good, and the new re-release is really well done because you can actually choose jobs and that kind of stuff. But just, I didn't like it as much as I remembered liking it when I was younger. Next up, we've got a group of 4 games here, and that's Suikoden 3, Suikoden 4, Suikoden 5, and Suikoden Tactics. I love this series so much. I have played and beaten 3, and it is my favorite in the series that I have played. I have not played 4 or 5 yet, or Tactics, and I really want to. I plan on, I think I mentioned in an earlier video, I made that list of 20 games I want to beat this year. Suikoden 4 is also on that list. So I definitely plan on getting to that this year at some point. But 3 was just so good. It's so well done. It was also... The first one was my entry into the series, but I didn't really get into it until I went back and replayed it years later. And I think I had much more of an appreciation for it at that point. This one, though, had me from the start, and I absolutely loved it. I love the Trinity Sight system. I love the way it tells its story. I love the characters. Chris is easily one of my favorite game characters of all time. She's spectacular. So definitely highly recommend this. Very slow pace though, so just a warning, it's not for everybody. Brian tried to get into it. He liked 1 and 2, but he was not crazy about Brian from my old podcast. He was not crazy about this one, but I personally love it, and I'm looking forward to getting the other ones for sure. Back when it was still great, Star Wars Battlefront. I played Battlefront 2 on the Xbox like crazy. Just played the hell out of it. I played this one on PS2 a lot as well. Nobody else I knew that had a PS2 had this game, so I was pretty much playing solo for the most part on this, but I still played so much of it because I really, really loved it. And again, so much from these older games that I wish they'd put in the newer ones. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It's Gauntlet here. I think same thing for the one that I have on, I think, Xbox. I got it because I love the one on N64. I love being able to take my save pack and controller over to somebody else's house, loading up my character and playing it there, and we did that so much. Couldn't really do that with these, unfortunately. I mean, I guess you could take the memory cards over and stuff, but we didn't do it. So, as much as I liked the 64 one, I never really got the enjoyment from the other ones that I did from that game. Not that I didn't enjoy them, but yeah. Next one is the first PS2 game that I got, and that's Unreal Tournament. I bought this with my PS2, and I played it so much. And I had fun with it. I still think, what's it called? I think it's called, is it Two Worlds? It's the map that has the two bases on both sides, and just one narrow strip in the middle, and you just run to get the flag from the other side back and forth. It's still my favorite map of all time. I absolutely love for shooters. I love that map, and I have a lot of fond memories with this game because for a while it was literally the only game I had. So I played the hell out of it. Next one is another game I played the hell out of that I really, really liked, and that's Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2. I've never gotten into like the Tony Hawk games and stuff. Skateboarding just never really hooked me, but BMX stuff, man, I was all over it. I absolutely love this game, and I played it so much. There's one that was like an amusement park where you could like go down like giant slides and stuff, and it was just so much fun. I really, really enjoyed this game. This is one that, when I get my PS2 hooked up again, I will most likely pop this in for a little bit just to kind of mess around. Gran Turismo 3, this is a game I have so much nostalgia for. We had, me and my friend John, who is Mark, who used to do the podcast, his brother, I would bring over my PS2, this game, and obviously memory card controller, and they had an extra TV, several extra TVs I think, and there was like maybe 3 or 4 of us that would sit in the basement with our own TVs and our own PS2s and play these games. It was so nice to be able to do because there's like one that's like you do 100 laps in order to unlock a car, like really, really long endurance races and stuff where it's kind of boring if you're doing it on your own. But if you've got people there that you're talking, you're BSing with and stuff like that, you're interacting with while you're playing, it makes it go by so much easier. And just unlocking these new cars and just having a blast talking, like comparing who's done what and the times, and just a really, really solid game, and I have a lot of good memories with it. It's racing, so it's not like, it's not something I flock to by any means, but that game I have a lot of good memories with. The next several, well, I'll just go through them quick. NHL 2004, like I said, I love the NHL games, but I do not buy them every year. I'd say every 3 to 4 years at the most. I'll buy a new one, NHL and Madden. Tiger Woods 2005. NBA Street. I think some of these are the ones that Alex had sent me in a video that I put up a while ago. This one actually I do want to try out for sure at some point. Same with this next one, and that's SmackDown. Wrestling games are so much fun, and I definitely want to give it a shot at some point. And the others are, I have 2 copies of Madden 2006 and then Madden 2002. One of them he had sent me, and the other one I bought when it came out. Like I said, this is a perfect example. I got the game in 2002, and I didn't buy another one until 2006. Because I'm like, I don't necessarily need all the new updated stuff. I feel like playing a football game. That's what I'm just going to play what I got. And that brings us to the last one. And that is Growlancer Generations. This has 2 games in it, I believe. Right? I think. I guess I just open it. It's literally the exact same thing. Yeah. Oh wow, no, I take that back. Yeah, no, Growlancer 2 and Growlancer 3. This was another game that I brought with me when I went to the lake in Iowa with Mark's family. And obviously it's a single player game and it's tactical, so it wasn't really something we could all play together. But man, I assume they liked it because there were a couple of times where they were like, hey, put Growlancer in again. And man, I played the hell out of it while we were out there, and I beat one of them there and one of them when I got home. Really, really highly recommend these games. The gameplay in them is super solid. Cast of characters I remember being really fun in both games, and just the art, if you like that old school anime look, is very, very cool. So I'm not going to say you have to go out and get this special edition or anything like that. I assume this is probably working designs, right? Yes, it is. Because it looks like it. But yeah, great freaking couple of games. Really enjoyed them. And super cool RPG series. So yeah, guys, that is my PS2 collection. As I mentioned in the first one, if you see anything that I need to play right away, by all means, let me know down below. Because as you saw, there are a handful that I have not gotten to yet that I would definitely like to, but I never know where to start on any of these things. So let me know, and let me know if there's anything I'm missing that I should be getting. Obviously, I have quite a few, but I know there are this is even a fraction of how many PS2 games there actually are. And I know there are people who have way more than I do. For me, this is a lot. So, anyways, thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And as always, keep on gaming.